All right. Good morning, everyone, and happy May 2nd, 2022. Welcome to the Monday morning miracle call. And there's several of us here that were in Mexico. So hola, mi amigos, to all my friends who I got to meet face to face in Mexico. It was a wonderful time. So this is an opportunity for us every Monday morning. For those of you who are new, my name is Michelle Niels, and I co-host these Monday morning chats with Karen O'Neill. I'm up in Fort Collins, Colorado, and Karen is in Colorado Springs. And we come together as a community, our wonderful Live Younger community, with Gregory and Robin Mascari as our leaders and servant leaders with big hearts they are. We love them so much. And we come together every Monday morning to share our testimonials, our stories, our triumphs, our challenges, and how we got through them with these amazing LifeWave patches. So I like to remind everyone, most of you know this because you've been on the calls before, but we need to make this a very important statement at the beginning of every call, that the LifeWave patches do not treat, prevent, cure any disease or disease condition. And to remain compliant, we must stick with symptoms. When we mention what we're dealing with, we stick with symptoms only. So no disease names, please. And if you accidentally say it, I will just quickly, reach out and gently nudge you in the right direction. Yeah, we want to stay compliant so that David Schmidt, LifeWave, and all of us may have many, many more years of sharing and caring. And that's what we do in this business. So I am going to open this up, and how you can let us know if you would like to share is the best way is to go to the bottom of your screen and you'll see a reaction button. If you click on that, at the bottom of the box, it says raise hand. And so we already have a few hands. Yay, we're popping like popcorn. We've got Stacy, and then Allie, and then Heidi. So Stacy, good morning.
Good morning.
Hola, my dear sister. So good to be with you in Mexico.
Yes, it looks like you're in a cold area again.
Oh yeah, back to my scarf. We have chilly weather in Colorado today.
Well, I'm in North Carolina visiting my in-laws, so I'm out in the back deck just enjoying the warmth. So while we were in Mexico, my husband, some of y'all know, he is vegan, not by choice, really. It's by his health. And while we were there, he asked one of the workers if where the ice cream stuff was, the yogurts, if something was vegan. And they said yes. So he got one. And not too long afterwards, probably like a minute, he was not doing well at all. So I got him back to the room and I talked to Helen. When my husband, his liver produces too much cholesterol, so he gets angry. So I was talking to Helen and she helped me. She told me where to put some of the patches and what patches. So I did. And the liver point is right here. So I put an X39 there. And on the other side, matching parallel, I put the Eon and the carnosine. I could have put the glutathione, but my mind just went to carnosine because of the organs and stuff like that. So I put the Eon and the carnosine next to each other. And then I put the glutathione on the top of his right foot. Within 30 minutes, he was completely fine because he was not doing well at all. And then he also got a headache. And so I put the ice waves right here. And within 2 minutes, the headache was gone. It was behind his eyes. So I love our group, our community, because we help each other. We talk to each other. And these patches, they just help activate what our body needs. So that's my story.
Thank you, Stacy. I was there. I got to see this live and in person. Yes, Stacy came over to Helen in my room and was like, oh no, I think there must have been some dairy in that non-dairy vegan ice cream. So my husband is not doing well. And Helen immediately, she has such a toolbox. Helen is so well educated on all these areas of the energy flows in the body. And there were MU points, in case anyone wants to look them up. It's MU. and they're, yeah, right below at the bottom of the rib, right on the nipple line on either side. And so that's what Tony did, and he had relief so quickly.
Yes, it was
Yay.
great.
Thank you. Thank you for sharing, Stacy. And Allie, you are next, and then Heidi. Good morning.
Well, it's my birthday, and I'm spending it with my family, my Lifeway family. I'm so grateful to be here
Happy
with
birthday, Allie.
you. I have a lot of stories that come from losing 3 nerves 10 years ago. And one of them is, I gotta show you this. I can take my right hand and touch the left side of my head. I couldn't do this in 10 years. And that's a Qigong practice move. And it's pretty darn exciting to be able to do that. And I also wanted to ask if anybody knows, I have a special needs grandchild. She's 7 now, but since birth, she has that thing where she stops breathing in her sleep. And I wonder if anybody has a recommendation for that. So I would love to be able to help her. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
Happy birthday, dear Allie. And she's 7 months old, your granddaughter?
7 years. She's 7 years old, but she
Oh.
was born special needs, and that's one of the special needs.
Okay, so 7 years old. Wow. If anyone has a thought about that, I know you did very well not naming a diagnosis, but someone who stops breathing. Is she on any kind of a machine to help her breathing?
Yeah, and right now the machine's broken and they're waiting for the repaired one to come back, so they're not sleeping.
That is really scary.
Hi, this is Sybil jumping in. I helped somebody in the early 90s when I was a new herbalist. And I would love to talk to her privately. I don't think it would be appropriate here, but if she wants to contact me, she has my permission. And also there's other people in our group much more experienced than me, like my upline Kay and Anne Marie and Linda. They're much more experienced than I am, but I have helped somebody that felt miraculous. Okay, bye.
Sybil, if you would like to give Allie in the chat, you can privately message her.
Yeah.
Go down the list of participants and find Allie, and you can privately give her your contact info.
Thank you so much.
And then if anyone else, if there is a doctor on the call, or like Sybil said, maybe Anne Marie or Kay, if there's someone.
I would happily talk with Allie, because it might be a mixture of, patches, maybe some supplements, some things, but we'll see. I'd like to talk with her. I can put my contact info in the chat.
Super.
Beautiful. Thank you, Anne Marie. This is our
Happy to be
community. I love our community so much. We just want to help each other and help each other live happier, healthier lives. There's so much love here. Okay. All right, Allie. Happy birthday. We're going to sing to you later. Don't leave the call early. All right, Heidi, you're next, and then Jennifer.
Am I unmuted?
Yes, you are.
Thanks, Michelle. It's happy to be here this morning on a Monday morning. I want to shout out to Ellie, happy birthday. I would sing a song, but it would take probably 30 seconds too long. It's a song you've never heard before. So put your phone number in the text to my private message to Heidi Miller, and I'll definitely sing to you later. So I had a wonderful experience using X39 patches this last weekend, and I'm first going to show my picture. And I don't know if it's going to last. So that is my leg and my knee all the way down to my ankle. And I hope that's appropriate to show. Anyway, so I had 6 patches going from the top of my knee down to my ankle. And I'll tell you why I put them wrapped with tape around them. I woke up at 4 o'clock in the morning, having gone to bed at 10 o'clock, having ridden my motorcycle for 5 hours in between 3 test drives. I was trying to sell my motorcycle, and my muscles started doing that wonderful thing at night when they are not stretched out properly prior to going on your motorcycle for that long. And so I was cramping severely, and I live alone. And so I was screaming my head off at 4 o'clock in the morning from muscle spasming. And I finally was able to stand up and put the patches on, and within about, probably took a half an hour before I felt the heat on my ankle, and that's where the spasming had begun. And so I just taped it and I went to work, and I was standing for 2 hours, and it was great. And it was great. And they were used patches, meaning I spent $35 up my leg on used patches. It was
Can you
wonderful.
tell us which patches?
X39, all of them were X39.
Oh, all of them were X39.
Used. They were used.
Six used patches. And
Yes.
you know, we've talked about this just in case there's someone on the call who's new and going, what's she talking about, used patches? So some people have asked, can you reuse the patches, right? And I think it was best said by Dr. Shauna Young, who said that the patch is like a battery and our body is the appliance. And different appliances draw on batteries differently, right? Some people will suck all the juice out of it in 12 hours, and some people, they may get a little more use out of it. This brings up something about reusing, because is the patch dirty? Helen spoke about this on one call. You want to keep it clean so you're not infecting the area. So if you do reuse, you want to make sure you put it in a baggie when you're done with it, keep it clean, make sure your skin is clean. And a lot of people can get a few more hours. And so especially if it's something that's a condition where you need a lot of patches, you probably don't want to be spending $4 times 10 every day with new patches. So yeah, it's okay to reuse as long as your skin is clean, you keep the patch clean. And sometimes we do that, especially if it's like I put a new X39 on, but I keep an old one in case I get a bump or a burn or something, and then I use it on that owie. So
that's where it had been taken from, Michelle, is every single time I would put one on my back or on my bone, just below the bone on my neck.
Yeah, C6.
I would take it off, and I would write the time on the back of the label when I removed it and the date. And then when I put it back on, so I put ones on that had been recently activated, is how I put it.
Right. That's a good clarification.
So that's my system.
Yeah, that's good. Thanks, Heidi. Jennifer, you're next, and then Adele.
All right.
Hi.
I got a great report yesterday from one of my customers. She has a situation with circulation in her legs, and that requires her to wear these compression socks, and she uses them on her arms too. And she had lesions on her leg, and I had asked her, because she's been on these patches X39 for almost 6 months, and I said, tell me, what is it that you have noticed? And she said, oh, didn't I tell you in the first month the lesions all healed within 3 or 4 days? And that was just like amazing. And that was like 5 months ago, right? So then I said, what else? And she said, there's sort of an overall sense of well-being that I ran out of my X39 and for a couple of weeks just used some of the other sample patches that she got. And she noticed that there was a difference in her sense of well-being. And so when she got her new pack, she said, it's amazing. This has really helped me with, she goes in and out of those kind of funks emotionally. So this has been really exciting for her. And then when I was in Tulum with a few of the rest of you, one of the gentlemen that I had met, that I had bought a bracelet from, he was awesome. And he had lived in the US for a while, so we were able to speak a little bit of English. But his legs were tired, his lower back sore, his feet were sore. And I happened to have a couple energy enhancer patches in my pouch. So I put them on the bottom of his feet. And then, within a few minutes, I said, what is it like? And he goes, it's like an anthill. And I said, what do you mean? That sounded terrible to me. And he goes, like a little tingly on my legs. And I said, is that a good thing? And he said, oh, yes, because my back doesn't hurt. And this was on the bottom of his feet. So that was very exciting. And so then one of his coworkers who had a headache, I might have mentioned this last week, we experimented with the ice wave patches and found a spot where his headache pain went from 7 or 8 down to 0. He was so excited that he ran and got the manager, and this woman doesn't speak any English. And she was totally stressed out. She's the one behind the cash register, and it was crazy, just stressed out. And so we, Carolee and I were together, and Carolee is great. She just goes, patch him, you know. So anyway, I put an Eon patch on the back of Leticia's neck, and she you know, she said, you know, can't notice anything. Well, so we were shopping around, and we came back a little later to find out she had said, she came over and just said, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. She was feeling so much better. And it was just amazing. So I sent a few little videos in Spanish so that maybe they could learn a little bit more. And I got WhatsApp text yesterday that said, we need ice wave energy enhancers. How do we start? How do we get going? So even though I don't know how to talk to them in Spanish about how the products work, it was thrilling to see the results. Yeah.
Oh, Jennifer, no language barrier, really, when you're just reaching out with love and care. You just
heart.
It's the heart. It's the heart communicates.
And this man came back to me later saying, you need to open your mouth more. You need to really share this with people. You are too shy. And I said, you would be really good at helping getting these patches on people. And, you know, so he's looking.
Okay, so you brought something up that I have a question about, and maybe others. When you say you sent the videos in Spanish, tell us how you did that, Jennifer.
So the beautiful little app that we get by being a distributor on our phone, we can, with permission by the person, we can send any of the videos. I sent him the 3-minute X39 video, and there it is. Thank you, Heidi. Is showing it on the screen.
Yes, Heidi's showing it. We have an app called In Touch. Yes.
Yep.
Go ahead.
When you get on it, there's a place where you can choose the country and choose the language. So you have to pay attention to what the little video looks like, because I didn't know how to translate all the videos in Spanish, but I recognized the X39 and I recognized the 18-minute technology with David Schmidt. So I forwarded those, and
we got helpers here. Gregory and Heidi are showing their phone. Great.
And so then he really enjoyed that. I could tell that he was watching it more than once. So then he said, we don't know where to place our patches. So I scrolled down in the app and saw the 4 different ice wave placement videos that were at the bottom. So I sent him 4 of those. And so we have a lot of tools, there's no barrier here. There's no barrier. And when he said, how does this work and how do I sign up? I went, oh no. Who can I talk to that can actually explain it? So Gregory and Robin, I'm going to be reaching out to you to get Peter and some of those folks' names.
The other one is our very own Karen O'Neill, who's got her hand up, and she's going to speak in a moment.
Oh, good.
She is fluent. Our dear amiga. So I actually called her when I was in the room and asked her to speak to a housekeeper who was completely monolingual, only spoke Spanish. So, all right. Thank you so much, Jennifer. Great share. Thank you. Okay, Adele and then Karen.
Thank you, Michelle. This
Good
is
morning.
my first on this call. I'm in Janet Kiefer's group, and I've been on Gregory and Robin's calls on Tuesday nights.
Oh my gosh, welcome, Adele. I thought you looked like a new and beautiful face. I haven't seen you before. Welcome to our community. We're
Thank
so
you.
happy you're here.
I'm loving the patches. I started in September and within 5 weeks, my allergies were gone, cat and dog allergies. Now I house sit 5 dogs and a cat. Lifestyle change, and they've offered me, I live in this beautiful property in Dallas because of it all. It's the patches have changed my life totally. I was living abroad for 7 years and I got back and I had nothing. I'd sold and given away all my furniture, my car. So I because of the patches, I've just been able to have a totally beautiful new lifestyle in the States again. So it's kind of interesting what's happened. But I wanted to share, I said I was in Janet's group. One of the things that I've been doing is checking with my new users and asking them the quality of water they drink. And most are not realizing how important that filtered water is. And I'm going to share, I don't know if I can say the brand of a filter system that you can get on Amazon. Nope. Okay. Well, there's one that, okay, Gregory's saying maybe.
Well, it's on Amazon. It's not another networking group. I don't know, Gregory. Is that okay if she
Oh,
mentions?
that's totally fine. We
Yeah.
wouldn't want to recommend another MLM product, but if it's
Right.
a commercially available on Amazon, yeah, go for it.
Why
Not
not? Go ahead.
Anyway, the Zero water filters, water pitchers, they take out all the F word that ends in an E, the "ide." They take out a lot of chemicals and things of the water and take it to zero quality. They're $30 or $40. So it's a really inexpensive way to get people on a healthier water source, which I feel is making a big difference with the quality of the way the patches work. That's just a little side thing I wanted to say. But Alavita, I don't know if y'all have ever noticed this. One of my clients told me she took her used Alavita and put them on moles and tags and warts. And literally within days, like she just does it at night, these things drop off or are gone. I did it on my arm and I could feel the tingling. It was like, this is really weird. So it really works. So that's just a fun little tip that with a used Alavita, I use mine up here and my hair color's coming in natural, the gray's going away. And that's been a fun tip. Plus my skin, my hands look more 40 than 66. So
No way. You are not 66.
I'm a,
Oh,
yeah,
I could tell. Oh my gosh.
I love these patches. So, and living abroad really helped because I had no stress for 7 years. But I wanted to ask about childhood, the sugar condition that inflicts a lot of children.
Yep.
Involving insulin. Is there a patch system? I have a medical doctor who wants to know for her daughter. Anyone have any success with that, with the patch?
Well, I can share not from the point of a child, but I'm imagining it's going to help everyone. And I actually have a dear friend who's 70 and who 2 years ago, I introduced him to the patches and just X39 alone. After, I think it was about 3-4 months, he went in for blood work and just wearing X39 on the back of the neck. And he went in for blood work and all of his numbers had improved. His requirement for insulin had gone down. His sugars were more stable. You might hear other tips on from other people here, but glutathione for detoxing and cleansing, because we just live in a toxic world, unfortunately. Everyone needs glutathione.
And Michelle, carnosine will lower the blood glucose.
Oh, thank you, Helen. Carnosine.
Yeah.
Carnosine
And
too.
it enhances insulin sensitivity.
Beautiful. Yay. See, we have a great community.
Thank you so much.
And very quickly, Adele, before we go to Karen, and I think Karen might be our last share because we're getting close to the bottom of the hour. But Adele, you mentioned you had really bad allergies. You couldn't be around dogs and cats. Now you're dog sitting. So which patches did you use and where, please? Because that might be a question.
Unbelievably, in 5 weeks, only X39 on the top of my neck.
Okay.
I had Alavita, but I had an allergic reaction to it when I first started using it, so I wasn't using it. So just 39. I had the what would you call, my hands were very sensitive. I don't want to say the itis, but the bones in my hands were bad, and that went away within 5 weeks. My vision was noticeably better, and then the cat and dog allergies, and I couldn't wear earrings. I had a metal allergy on my right side, and that all went away. It's within 5 weeks.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So again, this brings the point, especially for newbies and even us old timers, not old timers, but people who've been around for a while, is the X39. We start with that. And many times that will take care of just about everything. It is the foundational patch in our company, and we always start everyone on it. Recommended to stay on that alone for like 3 months, unless there's pain or some other really big condition that we want to deal with. So the chat is blowing up.
And Michelle, I just wanted, while we're on that, I just wanted to add, thank you, Adele, for bringing that up. And, you know, one of the reasons for the rapid success LifeWave has had in the last 3 years since the launch of X39, they had 9 patches. Now we have 10 or 11 because we have 49 also. But when there was 9 patches, people didn't know which one to put where, when, for, or why. And the company kind of slowed. X39 came out and we developed a single product focus in a multi-product company because the X39 does almost everything, although it doesn't do everything as good as some other things. For example, X39 increases glutathione, 30-40%, which is amazing. Well, the glutathione patch increases at 300%. That's even more amazing. But, you know, and you know, X39 helps people sleep. Well, maybe not as good as Silent Night, but, you know, and X39 helps with pain. Well, maybe not as good as Ice Wave, but X39, if you want to give anybody one thing that has the best chance of doing everything, it's X39. It's effective, it's cost effective, and it's health effective. So thanks for bringing that up, Michelle and Adele. Hey, your names kind of ring together.
They rhyme.
Two beautiful ladies here. But I just want to reinforce, because I know we have a lot of people on the phone here with us, and I want to reinforce how important it is to maintain that single product focus. You know, 9 out of 10 times you want to start somebody only on X39, you know, 9 out of 10 times. And unless there's a crisis, you know, somebody just broke their leg, or, you know, they have a severe issue going on, we have products that will deal with that even better in addition to the X39. But I'll mute now because the dogs are barking.
Thank you, Gregory. Oh my gosh, that was perfect. That was perfect. We needed that extra little boost of confidence in our number one. We're single product focus in a multi-product company, and X39, 90% of the time, we'll take care of it. Thank you, Gregory. Karen, you want to unmute? Hello.
Hello, how are you?
Good morning.
I can tell you're great.
I'm great.
I want to piggyback on a couple of things. I'm Karen, as you all know, and I've been using these for about 3 years. And by the way, it's my dog's birthday today. She's 3. I just have to put that in there. Anyway, and my daughter's birthday yesterday. She was 51. Anyway, about the used patches, I like take little tiny Ziploc bags and put X39 on one of them, and I'll pop them in there. And I always put a fresh patch on every day. I don't use the used ones for a regular, but somebody ran a red light and totaled my car, hurt me. One of my worst places was my left knee and the inside of it especially. And I re-injured that one day, and I had an X39 on the back of my neck, but it just started throbbing. I just had done something. I was running down the stairs and kind of twisted it. And so I went and put a used one on it. It immediately stopped throbbing. So it quit throbbing for about 6 hours. That doesn't mean my patch worked for 6 hours. It means it worked for a while, and who knows how long it actually worked before it, and quit before it stopped. So I just want to say that it will work for a while for most people. And then the other thing I want to talk about, I had sort of forgotten. I went back and updated my story on Vibrant Living, and I had kind of forgotten about my left hand when I started using these. I had had a really bad injury. This finger here, which is still a little tiny bit bent, was bent about like that. It straightened out. But the other thing, my hand had been so weak for, gosh, it had been a few years. I couldn't even like turn the little curtains, when you're turning the blinds, I couldn't even do that. I couldn't hold a glass of water. And that's been gone now for so long that I had totally forgotten until I reread my old thing. And I just wanted to say that. And I also wanted to encourage everybody. These patches they seem miraculous. Obviously, they're science. They seem miraculous, but everything you do to live a healthy lifestyle will absolutely enhance what the patches are doing for you. I'm talking about move your body and clean eating, and that water thing is great. I have one of those pitchers, gets out the fluoride, makes it alkaline, does all that. And it just really, everything you do for your lifestyle will be really multiplied, and you will be rewarded for your efforts as you use these patches, because it all just even gets better. So that's all I had to say.
Thank you, Karen. That's actually a very good reminder. Water, nutrition, exercise. David Schmidt himself talks about it. You know, the patches will work a lot better when you are doing all the things that we all know. We're all in the health business. We all know drinking good, clean water, eating a good, clean diet, and moving the body, as Karen said. Yes, that is really important. Sitting is a new smoking, I've heard. It's like so dangerous to just sit all day. So one more thing to circle back to the pitcher, since a pitcher was mentioned on Amazon, I want to put a pitch out for another pitcher, and it's called Clearly Filtered. And it also takes out the F. I don't know why she said that, like we can't say the word. I don't know, but it's in most water supplies. It ends in IDE. Some people say it's good for the teeth, but I like to stay away from that thing. That's not so good. Not so good for you. But anyway, this Clearly Filtered is another one. So just a couple options for you if you're interested. There's the Zero pitcher and Clearly Filtered. I'm not sure. You could probably go to clearlyfiltered.com and check that one. So we are at the bottom of the hour, and would Gregory like to come on and share what's happening tonight?
Sure, I'd love to, Michelle, and what a beautiful job. Thank you, everybody. And these calls, what a great way to start the day and a week. These Monday morning miracle calls just juice all of us, you know. And tonight we're excited. We have 3 new directors that we're going to be celebrating tonight, and they're all going to be sharing a couple of valuable tips on how they move from where they were to where they are, and how they're going to get to where they're going. Directors a step along the way. And so that's going to be plenty, you know, and so, you know, we learn from each other. So we're going to have a really fun call tonight. That's probably what I have to share.
We have another birthday today. Thank you, Gregory. Thank you. Everyone jump on the call tonight. It's at 6 p.m. Pacific at Live Younger Zoom. We have 2 birthdays. I just looked in the chat real quick. We have Allie and we have Sybil, both of them. So I think we could sing happy birthday and say Allie and Sybil. We can say both of them.
Everybody unmute.
Unmute
Yourself.
Unmute.
And we're all gathered together here, all 79 of us.
79 voices. 1, 2, 3. Happy
Happy
birthday
to you.
Happy birthday
to you.
Happy
birthday, dear
Allie and
Sybil.
Happy birthday
to you.
And many more.
And many more.
Many more.
Many more.
Que tengas mucha toda la vida, que tengas mucha felicidad. Bye.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Everybody. Wonderful call. Happy birthday. Have a great week.
Thank you. Thank you, Michelle and everyone. You're awesome.
Everybody.
Bye.